Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this quarterfinal action in Rhode Island High School football playoffs between the Mount Pleasant Kilties and the Tolman Tigers. Matt Jolis alongside Tim Duffy. Tim, game 2 here at Connolly. We saw a very surprising one, Central eking out a win over the East Providence Townies. What are we going to expect in game 2 here between the Tolman Tigers and the Mount Pleasant Kilties?
I think this will be a lot slower of a game. I was able to see Tolman play last week. They love passing the football, and looking at the numbers for Mount Pleasant, they do too. So we're going to see a lot more passing this game. We only saw 4 passes all of last game from East Providence. They were the only ones who passed the ball last game, but we're going to see probably some more explosive plays, probably some more points in this one. And I'm excited for this matchup because these are two teams. I mean, Tolman, winners of their last 2 games, averaging over 40 points a game in their last 2 games. And Mount Pleasant, too. I mean, they've been on a hot streak also. So this will be a back-and-forth affair, I believe. And I'm excited for this matchup, Matt.
Yeah, it's a good one we expect, as they're supposed to be in the playoffs between these two sides, between any side, really, in the playoffs. It's going to be Mount Pleasant in the white bottoms with the blue tops, and then the Tolman Tigers in the red bottoms with the white tops. And it looks as though they are going to signal that Tolman will receive the opening kickoff.
We're in for a good one today, Matt. The game number 2 of a doubleheader. Who doesn't love it, you know? Maybe the quickest national anthem ever.
They started playing a national anthem, hence my pause, and then they just all of a sudden stopped playing it. And
welcome to Connolly Stadium, home of the 13-time state and Super Bowl champion Mount Pleasant Kilties.
we are going to now get.
Please rise.
Now we are actually going to get the playing of the national anthem. So national anthem's done, and the particulars in place for these two sides. And Tim, why don't you give us a couple of players to watch?
A couple players to watch for Tolman. Elijah Osei, number 6 for Tolman. He's had 2 touchdown receptions last week from quarterback Aaron Carrion, who threw 3 touchdowns in the game. Another guy is LaShawn Hibbert, he's probably their best deep threat option downfield. They love throwing the deep ball to him on the sideline. He's a really interesting target. And for Mount Pleasant, the 3-headed spear in the receiving core of the Geraldo brothers and Randy and Israel, and number 11 Jeremiah Kedor, each over 400 yards receiving on the season. Sorry, not Kedor, excuse me. It was David Rodriguez, the freshman, each over 400 yards receiving and at least 4 touchdowns. 17 touchdown passes on the year for Kilty's quarterback Deuce Addison, and two higher octane passing attacks than what we saw last game, and we're going to see some vertical attacks in tonight's game, I believe.
Tolman won the toss, elected to receive, and so the Kilties will send the ball downfield first from the X at the 40-yard line. 12 minutes on the clock. We're ready to play quarterfinal football here on a blustery night in Providence, Rhode Island.
Say a blustery night?
Gotta love,
Gotta love the adverb,
Pulling them all out there. Good kick comes down, and that one will be picked up down at the 5-yard line, coming back to about the 20, and then going down will be number 6, and that's Elijah Osei, who you mentioned in the pregame as a player to watch.
Yeah, last week Elijah Osei, second half kickoff, took it all the way to the house against Mount Hope, really opened the game wide open. There was only a 2-point game of the half, and Elijah Osei, a difference maker, 3 touchdowns last week in that contest, and he is an X factor in this game. I watched Tolman play St. Raphael's earlier in the year. They lost 33-0, but he was really the only bright spot on offense as Aaron Carrion lines up to begin this one.
Carrion, the quarterback here for the Tigers, little handoff there, trying to go up the gut for about 5 or 6 on the play.
That's Jaden Nunez on the carry.
And Jaden Nunez.
Just don't have his name on the roster, so I just remember his name.
Jaden Nunez, the ball carrier there. So it's going to set up a second and a manageable 4. Early start here for the Tigers. Carrion, first pass of the game, and that one's broken up right in the middle as he was trying to get through to the aforementioned number 6, Osei.
Yeah, that's his main target on offense. So I was going to say over the middle. Had a couple nice strikes to him last week over the middle, but that one just in double coverage and not a great read by Carrion. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Carrion throwing right into traffic there. It's something you don't want to do early on in the game.
Yeah, especially
trying to force a pass. Yeah, 3rd and 3 here. Handoff on the back field, trying to barrel through, getting right to the line. Going to be good enough for a first down on the carry there from number 3, and that's Jaden Nunez once again.
Yeah, it's a nice run by Nunez. Nunez, he's a real chain mover. He's not a guy who's going to really break it open for 15, 20, 30 yards, but he's a chain mover, and a couple of respectable carries there helps the Tigers get their first down of the game.
Today's game is brought to you by Second Time Around Sports, Mini Sports, and RREliteRecruits.com. Carrion, Nunez, popping off 1, popping off 2, ball goes out, and Mount Pleasant has it at the 40. Sorry, it's going to be the 38, 39-yard line. I think they're going to mark it maybe right at the 40.
Yeah, that was a great job by Nunez breaking the tackle over, misdirecting, cutting across the field. But you could see he ran into his offensive tackle, Muhammad Kalaji, right there. And I think that was the contact inadvertently that jarred the ball loose. And Mount Pleasant gets a quick break in the first 90 seconds of this one.
That ball went about 5-6 yards after it popped out. It kind of just flew across. And all of a sudden it was like, okay, here's the ball.
A little holy roller right there.
So 10:36 left to go here in the first, and it's actually 1st and 10, Mount Pleasant from the 39. Front 4 defensively for the Tigers here. Hard count. I think they're audibling the play as the quarterback, number 2, Deuce Addison, looked back to the line, and now they're going to switch. I think they've got a personnel issue. They've got to get the play off. Addison does. Keeps. Tries to go outside. Deuce Addison's going to run out of real estate. He's going to run out of bounds and lose 2 yards on the play.
Yeah. Deuce Addison right there. He's the leading rusher on the team, actually. Over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns in the season. And, little QB run to the outside there. Good for -2 yards. So
there was a lot broken on that play.
It's tough to do a QB run to the outside when there's no protection in the backfield, or they had no receivers on the left side of the line either. So not a great play call by Mount Pleasant early in this one.
So from the outside hash marks now, and Deuce Addison And the Kilties have to work with a 2nd and 12. Addison, single man backfield. Good gap, space running, and down to the 11 or 12 yard line is Jeremiah Ketter, the senior running back, just driving through.
Yeah, great run by Ketter right up the gut, and that's how Mount Pleasant's going to win this game. Because Tolman, I saw it last week against Mount Hope. They're susceptible against the run. They let up, especially in the first half. They let up over 100 yards in the first half to Brett Kavanaugh of Mount Hope last week, and good job taking advantage of that early by Mount Pleasant. Jeremiah Ketter getting things on early in this one.
Jeremiah Ketter putting in a little Jerome Bettis type look, just big, wide body, low to the ground, just put the shoulder down and roll right through that gap. Here goes Ketter again for the backfield. He's going to get bottled up this time. Ball pops out. Is it Mount Pleasant? Ball still, they're going to say yes. Ketter went down right with it. Tolman is trying to vie for that, and the referee says yes, Tolman ball.
Yeah, Jeremiah Ketter, Jerome Bettis, as you would say. I mean, the bus looked like the Civic on that one. Fumbling the ball right there, and that's tough for a team. Early on in the game, Reds opportunity, you want to punch that in, and you just put the ball on the turf. Great job by Tolman. A team that's really struggled taking the ball away this season, getting one early in the first 3 minutes. That's huge. Back-to-back turnovers for these two teams.
So a bit of deja vu to how Game 1 started with back-to-back turnovers. We've done it here in Game 2 with 9:40 left to go in the first quarter. And it goes the opposite way, and it's Osei. And Osei off to the races. Elijah Osei. He's going to make one more tackle after trying to get him. He's still going, wheeling and dealing. And they're going to say his knee went down. Back, we'll see where they officially mark this. It looks like it's going to be the 27-yard line. They're going to say his knee went down. But what a run there by Osei.
Yeah, 60-plus yards right there for Osei. He's the playmaker for this team. This team is better when they get the football in his hands. And I don't even know if he was down on that. I mean, twirled out of that one. I don't even know if anything ever touched the ground. But
we'll have to go back and watch the video on that one later for sure. But what a run there by Osei.
So that's how you bring a game open. That's how you got your team some momentum. And 60-plus yarder will do that any day of the week.
So here's the Tigers in prime distance to work now, as they're going to pick up a gain of about just one on the play. Going up through the middle there again is Nunez.
They love the pistol formation. Very seldom do you see Tolman, take anything under center. I've never seen a team in Rhode Island high school football this season, at least, have as many shotgun pistol looks as them, and you never really know what they're going to do. They very balanced offense, and so far it's been pretty even.
A quick moving first quarter as we have 8:20 left to go here. 2nd and 8 for the Tigers, and trying to go through on the outside this time again is Osei, and he gets a pretty good gain to the 20-yard line, and it's going to set up a 3rd and about 4 as the Tigers become the first team to knock on the red zone door this evening.
It's a nice run by Osei right there to the left side. He likes going to the left a lot. And nice drive by Tolman on the cut in the red zone now. Let's see what they can do.
Dead spot on the 20-yard line on the near side hash mark to the Tolman bench. Now Pleasant trying to not to jump there. Hard snap by Carrion. Osei. A little ladder ball there as he hops over top of a downed Kilties player. Picks up about 3 on the play, and it's going to set up 4th and 1.
I think that's a first down. Yeah,
are they going to call it?
Yeah, it's a good call by the refs. I think Osei got to the sticks there, and the key for Tolman right now is just patience. This team that likes to pass the ball a lot, as I said, but only one pass so far in this game. Thankfully to Elijah Osei, and they're just keeping that possession and keeping the ball and moving the ball down the field really nicely.
Carrying quick snap here. Osei through the middle, spinning around again, is going to get down to about the 12-yard line, and that's going to set 2nd and about 6.
That man is very tough to bring down, Elijah Osei. Very tough. We've seen it the last few plays, and if Mount Pleasant wants to secure a home playoff win, they're going to have to make that guy their number one player to stop, honestly. Ooh.
And Nunez tried to go on the end around there and could not be able to get it. And this is a difficult situation to be in now if you are Tolman, as you've now gone to 3rd down from the 13-yard line.
That was a great tackle by Denzel Young right there on the outside. If he doesn't make that tackle, it's probably a touchdown for Jay Nunez in a 7-0 ball game right now. But great tackle, got him low, and no yards gained on that play. Excellent job.
Run here. Carrion trying to go fade route. Got it. It dropped in to number 7.
Rashawn Hibbert.
And it's Rashawn Hibbert getting the touchdown.
Yeah, Rashawn Hibbert, he's the guy that they like to throw the ball to on the sideline. Had a long touchdown last week against Mount Hope, and that's just a one-on-one. I trust you ball to Rashawn Hibbert. And the connection these two.
And he was just standing there, and it just dropped right into his arms.
Yeah, Carrion really trusts him, man. One-on-one, he's going to do that, take advantage of that every single time. Great drive by the Tolman Tigers right there.
So an extra point attempt here will be the 2. Carrion tries to go out in the flat there. Ball pops up, and that's going to go down and will be no good.
Yeah, they love going for 2. They're gonna go for 2 every time they score, probably. And when you have an offense like this who's capable of punching into anything, then I like the play call, especially in the postseason. That's what you try to do, is get an advantage early on.
5.5 left to go here in the first. Tolman Tigers have struck first, and they lead the Mount Pleasant Kelties 6-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by Second Time Around Sports, 453 Atwood Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Second Time Around Sports, Rhode Island's largest selection of sporting goods. By Manny Sports at 1725 Mender Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now reopen Wednesday through Saturday. For more information, visit mannysports.com. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. If you want to be seen at the next level, be a part of the RR Elite Recruits family. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com to sign up for a 7-day free trial today.
This first drive by Tolman, this is a completely different team from the first time I saw him. I saw him about 6 weeks ago, 5-6 weeks ago against St. Raphael's. They lost the game 33-0. But Aaron Carrion, that game made a lot of overthrows, a lot of miscommunication with his receivers, and these last 2 weeks, I see he's just been polishing it up. The midseason progressions of him, really, an underrated story for Tolman during this season. I mean, he's been great these last 3 games.
Well, Carrion drove his team down the field to a touchdown in the first 6 on the board, and there's a pop kick that comes down and is immediately swamped at the 40 into the hands of Israel Geraldo. My apologies.
Like the call right there, a little pooch kick, try to catch him off guard, but good job by Geraldo securing that and setting his team up with very respectable starting field position here.
From the 38-yard line, I feel like I'm just dealing with deja vu on everything in this game. Calling the last drive from the 38-yard line. Here we go again from the 38-yard line once again.
Maybe that's the number of the day, 38. Maybe we'll see a 38-38 shootout. You never know.
Hey, it's the playoffs. Anything's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Man in motion, and that's going to be a full start.
Yeah, he definitely moved. He definitely moved a little bit prior to going in motion and pushing back 5. It's Randy Geraldo, Israel's older brother, I believe, and
yeah,
so a little miscue right there.
So a 1st and 15 will set them with 5:27 left to go here in the first quarter.
It's always a really close call, and you got to be careful, moving before you get in motion.
Pitch play there. Had to curl it back in, and then barreling forward is the 24 of Kevin Prangil.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Franjul. That was a really mediocre toss by Deuce Astor behind him. Lucky that wasn't a fumble and a scoop and score for Tolman right there. But
yeah, that was a reach and a grab to haul that one in.
Franjul thinking he was Shady McCoy at the end of that play, holding the ball with one hand. He's got to be careful with that. Against a team like Tolman who just, they just punch one out off you guys in the red zone, and got to be careful. They need better ball security, smarter plays than that.
Protect the biscuit at all costs when you're in the playoffs.
Amen.
4.5 left to go here in the first. 2nd and 6 from the 40. This one will be rolled forward to the 50. It's going to be good enough for a first down, and once again, it is Prangil.
Yeah, nice run by Franjul right there, and another first down for Mount Pleasant. I mean, that's what they need to do. Just give what the defense, take what the defense give it up as Tolman calls their first timeout.
So a timeout here will be a timeout for us. You're watching Rhode Island High School football on Fans Only Sports Network. As we come back from the commercial break, 6-0, the Tolman Tigers leading the Mount Pleasant Kilties. 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, and it's a 1st and 10 from just shy of midfield for the Mount Pleasant Kilties. Matt Jolis alongside Tim Duffy. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Here's a little pass play out in the flat. That one is caught and will be in a penalty. Flag comes out of it. They're going to pick up 2 on the play at least. We'll see where the flag stands.
This might come back. It was Israel Geraldo on the screen. A little bit of a high pass by Addison, but nice catch by Geraldo, and it is coming back.
A holding penalty, and that's going to bring it back. And so the pass will be negated, and this is going to set it all the way back. And we're going to have a 1st and about 20 from all the way back at the 40-yard line.
Just one of those, shots in the foot. You're moving the ball down the field, a little hold, and it happens.
Yeah, not the direction that you want to be going early on here, especially when you're the team that's trailing. Still a lot of football left to be played. 3.5 minutes left to go here just in the first quarter. Pass play again, and this one on the play action and going for a big run one more time is Jeremiah Ketter. First down and then some to the 40 on the opposite side of the field.
That's exactly how you gain the yardage back. Ketter already over 50 yards here in this first quarter. A little 22-yard scamper there. Tolman, like I said earlier, they're susceptible to the run. Their run defense is not that great. And Mount Pleasant's going to have to keep doing this. Keep running the ball up the middle, get to the outside, just find the green grass ahead, and that's Ketter's second long carry of the first half already.
Yeah, 2 major positive plays for Mount Pleasant has been Ketter both times, though, of course, he does have the one fumble.
He does.
That occurred, but if you have something that slightly works, maybe you try to keep going with it, but maybe you just mix up players. As we see into that position of Ketter is Kevin Prangil, and this is Prangil going through, and he's got a pickup of a good about 4 or 5 on that play. It's going to set them 2nd and 6.
Like how they're going at this so far, getting a lot of different people involved. Mount Pleasant, you got both the Geraldos get involved, Ketter obviously, and now inside the 40, this is just a chance for the Kilties to just try to even things up right here.
We've already ticked through 10 minutes of this first quarter.
Yeah, it's gone by pretty quick for teams that like to pass the ball a lot.
This one is spun around and picking up another yard on the play is going to be the number 6 of Randy Geraldo. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 as we tick towards the conclusion of the first quarter of play, and just the one touchdown from the Tolman Tigers. They missed the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, this is it's a big play right here in the first quarter. Try to get some momentum. Yeah. I haven't seen any 3rd down conversions so far from Mount Pleasant yet. Let's see if we can get one here.
From the 35-yard line, 3rd and 7. Looking back, passing the flat. He's got it to the sticks. He's going to get out of bounds and up for a 1st down, and it's Randy Geraldo.
Yeah, Randy Geraldo. They love getting him involved. Leading receiver on this team, 6 touchdowns on the year, and does a whole lot on the ground too. That's a nice carry, a nice reception for Randy Geraldo, the senior.
And they stop the clocks while they move these sticks and set the chains, and then they'll restart the clock on the possession. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 27. Trying to go for an end around. Tolman read that one and stopped it in the backfield as Geraldo is hauled down.
What a tackle by Michael Shea. I mean, I've seen Tolman, like I said, a couple times this year. Michael Shea, probably their best edge rusher on the team. Loves getting there, making tackles. TFL for him, and a big one. Loss of about 4 right there.
It's going to set 2nd and 14 in the final 30 seconds to go here of the first quarter. And if the play clock is off of the game clock, which it probably is, they might be able to just walk this one out. But it looks like they're going to go to the line here with 19 seconds left to go. So we'll see if we get one more play here in the first quarter. Otherwise, we're going to head to the line. Looking at the sideline, I think they're going to walk this one out.
They're going to snap it.
They got it. They got the snap off with 1 second left and barreling through, and enough to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and ending the quarter is Randy Geraldo. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 9 to start the second quarter of play, as the Tolman Tigers lead the Mount Pleasant Kilties 6-0. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching Rhode Island High School football on Fans Only Sports Network. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. 1st down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And board back out in front, a shot and a score into the zone, right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in, center of the ice, open goal and a score.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. That's going to take us to the end of the commercial. We can bring it right back in. Bam. And we welcome you back as we get ready for the second quarter of action.
Ball's free.
And the ball's free. And it's a Tolman ball. And running the other way
Osei
is Elijah Osei.
Okay, Osei. I mean, right off the bat, fumble recovery. That's the takeaway that Tolman needed to really try to break this game wide open. I kind of missed who fumbled the ball. Maybe it was Ketter again.
So Elijah Osei puts another stamp and sends this game in a completely different direction to start right here, the second quarter of play. And we go from a Mount Pleasant drive that was finding its way to a Tolman drive, 1st and 10 from the 42. Carrion, single man backfield. A line push to the 45. And it's Jaden Nunes.
Tolman playing with the lead now, and this is very seldom for Tolman playing with a first half lead. Have a chance to go up 2 scores in the first half, and you can't get greedy here if you're Tolman. I mean, you kind of want to take a lot of time off in this quarter, move the ball down the field, and not leave Mount Pleasant too much time to score before the half's over. We're another chance for a while. I mean,
single formation I backfield again as they go to Nunez.
It's Osei.
Osei on the outside, and Osei for about 15 yards. Elijah Osei again.
That's Osei. I mean, he's already on the brink of 100-yard first 13 minutes in this one. I mean, he's just so explosive. He finds the hole, and he's so hard to bring down. And he's the playmaker Tolman really needs to, center their game plans around. And he has been, and that's why they've been winning games.
Osei in the backfield again, that I formation with Carrion. Osei back through the middle again. Ball's free. Mount Pleasant ball. At the 40-yard line, it will be 1st and 10 Kilties as Osei fumbles, and it's recovered by the Kilties.
I don't think we've ever seen 4 fumbles in the first 13 and a half minutes of the game. And they were all recovered by the other team. That's 4 lost fumbles in 14 minutes. That's sloppy play from these two teams. Doesn't really show how well they've been doing on offense, but Elijah Osei, a rare mistake from him right there. And it gives Mount Pleasant another chance to get back in this thing.
So Mount Pleasant now 1st and 10 with 10 and a half left to go here in the second. That one Tolman touchdown is standing high now the way this game is broken out. Here's a play out in the flat, pass play caught right at midfield. It's going to be good for a first down, and that's Geraldo out there.
Yeah, it was a nice play there. First completion of the night for Deuce Addison, my bad. But, yeah, that was a nice play right there to Geraldo in the flat, little out route, and right to Sticks. A little help from the defense, pushing him towards the first down marker, but that was a nice play by Mount Pleasant as a timeout is taken.
So Tolman has called a timeout as they try to shake things out. We're going to keep it right here and just talk about the way that this first 13 minutes essentially of the game have gone, because you mentioned it. I don't think we've seen so many loose balls.
Yeah, I don't think so either. This has been a, really who's going to see the ball first in the ground type of game. I've already seen 4 turnovers early in this one, 2 from each team. And, already 2 in this first few minutes of the second quarter. I've never seen anything really like this, especially in a playoff game with 2, pretty decent teams putting the ball on the ground. But a true testament to the defenses also for the way they've been able to punch it out and, and give their offense some momentum on both sides, on both teams, really. So shout out to the defenses early on this one.
So Tolman had a touchdown, which they scored, of course. That's the 6-0 that's on the board. That touchdown came off of them starting a drive from a turnover. So we've yet to see one that's truly from, start scrimmage.
Yeah, really. Only a couple drives so far, starting from, regular fielding, I guess.
This is Addison on the keep. Addison makes a turn here, hit the sticks, and goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Kilties.
Nice right there on the QB draw. Deuce Addison loves doing that. We saw it earlier in the game. And that one, unlike the other one where he lost 3, is good enough for the first one. Took it right up the middle, found the hole. And now we're looking once again at the 38. That's the number of the game so far, the 38-yard line, Matt.
I'm putting that one in my lottery picks.
Yeah, me too. I'm only 16, though. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Go to Twin Rivers and drop a stack on the roulette table or something.
Wish I knew how to play roulette.
9:45 left to go here in the first half as there's another pass play out in the flat. And it's going to be a penalty flag flying down, but down at the 24-yard line.
Geraldo.
The number 3 of Israel Geraldo.
Like the screen once again. He got a really good block on the outside, but I don't think this is one that's going to stand.
Yeah, flag back at the 39-yard line, and it's going to be a pass interference call on the offense.
Must have called that block an illegal pick play right there. Pushed back there. It did look kind of fishy how he did get that much green grass in front of him. Israel Geraldo, it makes sense. Offensive pass interference, got caught in the pick play, and not going to let that one slide.
So the 1st and 10 will be negated. It's going to come all the way back. And this is going to be at the 48-yard line, and that's a first and a dozen. I don't know. More. Actually, that's more.
Yeah, that's a couple dozens right there.
So 1st and 24.
Yeah, it literally is 2 dozens. Yep.
There's a big pass play. They try to go out in the flat. They're going to pick up about 3 or 4 on that play. Deuce Addison is just trying to chunk off down yardage.
Yeah, trying to get a piece of it back. But I was going to say, man, I am a former Dunkin' Donuts employee. Love my dozens, and we got about 1.75 dozens to go for the first down on this one.
That might be the best mathematician side of things I've ever seen happen in a broadcast.
Quick math,
1.75 dozens with 9 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that one off the top of my head if I tried.
I did impress myself a little bit there too, Matt.
And that one trying to go right up the middle is blown up. And going nowhere quickly was the number 11 of Ketter. Got about a yard on the play.
See what they do here now. 3rd down. He only passed the ball 2 or 3 times so far in this one. Another timeout is called, I believe. This time by Mount Pleasant.
That's a timeout called. So we'll take the timeout. You're watching Rhode Island High School football on Fanzoli Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. 1st down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And North back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
We come back out of the timeout. 3rd and 22 here for the Mount Pleasant Kilties. Trailing 6-0 with 8 and change left to go here. Getting chased. Breaking to the outside line. Picking up positive yardage. And getting back to close to the original line of scrimmage was the quarterback, number 2, Deuce Addison.
Yeah, quick feet on Addison. Really impressed me there. Yeah, the quick feet to the outside, but avoiding a potentially dozen-yard loss and getting close to the first down. They're going to keep the offense in the field on 4th and 12. Wow.
Is this a Ketter run or a pass play? Ketter's not even there, so they're going to try to go pass play here. Addison is in all kinds of trouble. Addison's still going, and he's going to go out of bounds back at about the 44-yard line. Huge loss on the play. And Addison comes up gimpy as well.
That was not a good play by Deuce Addison. Pocket collapsing and rolling backwards. That's the last thing you want to do on 4th down. Throw the ball away before you roll backwards 10 yards. Now, Tolman with a 6-point lead is set up at the 45-yard line. That's disaster right there for Mount Pleasant.
So 1st and 10 from the 45, 7:40 left to go here in the first half, with the Tolman Tigers leading 6-0 in this RIIL quarterfinal matchup. Central defeated East Providence earlier this afternoon to advance to their semifinal. Big pass play, trying to drop. Oh, how did he get that? Oh, he got it.
That's the playmaker, Elijah Osei, on the sideline. Toe, drag, swag. Getting their feet in. Possession. Beautiful. What a throw by carry on, too.
Elijah Osei is making the entire first half his game And I'm not sure which play the editors are going to pick out to put on the reels on Fans Only Sports Network after this game.
I mean, they ought to put that one. That was a
That
beauty.
was just unreal. That might hit. Without seeing what happens the rest of this weekend, that's already my nominee for play of the week.
Another fumble.
And that's a ball out, and it is a second down. They're going to say down by contact first.
Good job by Osei, frosting his teammate Jay Nunez's cake right there. Fumble on the ball. That's the second fumble of the game so far. And, down this part of the field in the red area, you need to hold on the football, especially you're up 6-0 on the road. Second time it's already happened so far. You need to hold on to the football. But great awareness by Osei to fall on top of it right there.
So second and goal. Carrion. Osei through the middle. Osei barreling. And he will get down inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. And a big third down here. And a flag flies after the play. And the only thing I can imagine there is it's a personal foul call.
Yeah, not so sure what happened there after the play. But Osei looking gimpy after that one. Oh, no.
Now, Pleasant is shaking like it's against Tolman. It is unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tigers.
And that's huge. You have a 6-point lead. You're at the 4-yard line. Getting pushed back 15 yards. Oh, that is the last thing you want to happen, especially on a 3rd and goal to go. They need to be more disciplined than that. I don't know exactly what happened on the play, but need better discipline than to give up 15 yards like that, especially in a playoff game.
So it's going to be 3rd down from the 18. Because they were in goal, there is no first down that they can achieve. Carrion. Hit on the play.
Pick.
Incomplete pass. Or did he get it?
That's a
incomplete. It's intercepted. It's going the other way. Tolman's got Mount Pleasant has the ball at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, not a good throw right there by Carrion. Number 4, David Rodriguez getting the pick there, the freshman. I believe that's who it was. And Carrion threw it behind him, trying to get the quick pass on the slant. Man was in his face immediately. And threw it way behind him. Not a good throw by Carrion. And just a missed opportunity for Tolman.
So we've had 4 fumbles, and now we add an interception to the mix. And it's 1st and 10 for the Kilties with 6:23 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, some Blunder Bowl vibes right now. That's already 5 turnovers in the first half. Super Bowl 5.
Here's a pass play through the middle. That one's blown up, and a flag comes down right at the 20-yard line. And are we going to get pass interference again?
I think so.
Just pushing off on that play. Referees are going to have a conversation on this one.
Might call a legal man downfield.
We're going to wait to see as the referees are continuing to have a discussion on this one. Now the referee's going to go, and now he's going to say
Illegal touching.
Illegal touching on the defense, on the offense, my apologies.
Maybe Geraldo stepped out of bounds before he caught it. I'm not quite sure, but
it's a loss of downs on the play.
It should be a loss down, but they're still holding up first down. Yeah, they're going to change to 2nd down now.
Yeah, the referee did signal loss of downs. As we tick inside of halfway gone by here in this second quarter. And a 2nd and 15 for the Kilties. And a timeout has to be called by Tolman, surprisingly.
That might already be their 3rd timeout they've used.
That would be, and they are going to be out of timeouts for the half. A surprising start to the way this game has gone, and we talked about it with the 4 fumbles. Now we added the interception into the mix. I don't think I've seen a game with this many turnovers in the first half of the game. it's not really undisciplined ball because you look at the great positive plays that both of these teams are making.
Yeah.
It seems like just one play every drive, they just try to force something where it shouldn't be forced.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's looking like so far. I mean, looks like they're just trying to, just I don't even know if it's forcing stuff, but it's mostly just silly miscues, just simple handoffs. They're just dropped, and it's just a tough start for both these teams so far. And Tolman really is pushing the ball down the field really well in this game. They could be up 2 scores right now, but 3 turnovers for them, 2 in the red zone, and I mean they're going to be. Whoever loses this game is going to be looking back at those red zone turnovers and be punching air after this one. Because 3 of these 5 turnovers have been in the red zone, so it really does explain this 6-0 affair so far in this one.
There's 6-0 with 5:41 left to go in the first half. A 2nd and 15. The later stage of games around the Ocean State, some games kicking off at 6 o'clock. We were the 7 o'clock kickoff, the latest of any of the kickoffs.
Yeah, primetime slot, baby.
Snap in the backfield. A direct snap that was carried for a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play, and it was the number 6 of Geraldo.
6 yards for number 6 there. You're trying to get some of the yards back, and another timeout.
Now, Pleasant has called the timeout at this time. We'll take the timeout. You're watching Rhode Island High School football on Fans Only Sports Network.
If they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
As we come back from the commercial break here, after the timeout called by the Mount Pleasant Kilties, and I think they might have maybe one more timeout left. But it's going to be 5 and change left to go here. 3rd and 9.
5 timeouts used, 5 turnovers.
Pass play out in the flat, trying to bounce through here. They get to the 15-yard line and then taken down, and it's number 24. And that's Kevin Frangil.
Yeah, nice job by Devery Montero right there. Making the tackle on the outside, not letting him get any more than a few yards, and sets up a 4th down punt for Mount Pleasant.
So we see a punting unit for the first time this evening with 4 and change left to go. I'm expecting something weird to happen. I don't know why.
Oh, that was the weird thing that happened.
That was a blocked punt.
That was a roller. That looked like that looked like me playing soccer right there. With all due respect,
it may have gotten tipped as it took a very weird.
That was just a bad kick by Deuce Addison. I mean, low snap, trying to kick it in, and just rolled on the ground like a bowling ball. Oh, that's a tough break for Mount Pleasant right there.
So it's going to set up the Tolman Tigers 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line with 4.5 minutes to work.
Yeah, that was not a very good punt by Mr. Addison there. I mean, it's like quarterbacking is his forte.
Snap here, handed off in the backfield, trying to barrel through. Still on his feet and still going is Nunez.
He's a chain mover. He gets the first down to kick the drive off. Hey, this is what Tolman needs to do. Run the ball. There's 4 minutes left. You got the 4-minute offense, and you have excellent starting field position. Milk this thing down. Milk it down and punch it in. And you're going to the halftime, getting the ball at the beginning of the second half. Mount Pleasant's ball at the beginning of the second half, but lock them with a two-score lead on the road is huge.
So the 10 from Nunez for 10 on a first down. Osei to the 10-yard line and another first down.
Yeah, just find the hole, slipping through it, and good tackle by Franchul to prevent the touchdown there. But Osei, that has to be over 100 yards in this one, right? He's been a beast so far, and this one he's really been the majority of their offense. And I remember watching against St. Raphael's about a month ago, and most of the carries were on Jay Nunez, but whenever Osei got it, I was like, this kid's making a lot of good plays, and ever since then, he's been a big focal point of this offense, and he's a beast.
3.5 left to go here in the first half. Tolman knocking on the door once again. Bouncing off the line and back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe picking up a yard on the play was Nunez.
They're taking whatever they can get right now. It's little runs that keep the clock moving. They're not in any rush to do anything. And Aaron Carrion, we've only seen him throw a couple passes this one. Usually seen him throw a lot more in previous games that I've seen of him, and he's just doing a good job managing the game right now and doing what it can take to win on the road today.
Yeah, we talked so much about adjusting your game plan to where you have to play and sometimes who you have to play. Carrion has adjusted his game plan. Here's Elijah Osei again. Osei to the one, ball's out, and they're going to say down by contact
down
first. So it's going to be a first down from the 1 yard line with 2.5 to go here in the first half. The Tigers looking to plant another 6 to the board.
And they'll probably take that instead of the touchdown. Keep moving that clock. Sherman Plus has done anything really on offense to impress anyone or to lead to us to think they're going to score on this upcoming drive. But great job by Elijah Osei turning that ball to the 1 yard line.
And a timeout called by the referee.
Injured man. That's Ketter strutting off the field.
Yeah, they were giving him time to try to see if he could just get up on his own, and he did. Here's an interesting situation. Trips wide left, empty backfield. Quarterback sneak, and it's in for a touchdown, Aaron Carrion. And it's 12-0 Tigers.
They love that play with Aaron Carrion. QB draw from inside the 2 yard line. We saw it 3 times last week on 2-point conversion attempts. Big, chunky quarterback. Tough to bring down, and Aaron Carrion extending this lead to a dozen points.
Right at the 2-minute mark. There is not a 2-minute warning in high school football, but ironically, he hit that right with 2 minutes left to go here in the half.
I think we might see the same play on that 2-point conversion. Maybe a little QB draw again because, empty set. I think we're going to see it again.
From the 4 yard line, it is a little bit of a triangle on the left side this time rather than 3 flat across. Carrion pass out in the flat. Is that Osei?
Oh, that's
in
2.
For the 2, Elijah Osei, and it's 14-0 Tigers with 2 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, first half. All Tigers on the road so far looking smooth right now. Elijah Osei getting himself a lot of fantasy points in this one. And I benched him this week. Nah, I'm just playing.
You and I had a pretty good battle during fantasy football.
Yeah, we did. I forget how. I'm pretty sure I won, right?
You beat me by like a point on like the last day of the last player of the week.
I just beat Ron this week too. Shout out to our CEO Ron Robert, great guy who stinks at fantasy football, but he's a really good dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's the R.I. Pats. Yeah, I beat Matt Jollis in fantasy.
Yeah, I know you did beat me. It was a close game too.
Oh, I had Eckler in that. I had Eckler and Hunt in that stupid Chargers Browns.
Yeah, and that's what obliterated me because I had the Browns defense playing. I think
-6 points.
Yeah,
it was a crazy game.
We were like super close, and then all of a sudden I look and it's like Duffy's beating me 136 to like 101. I'm like, what the heck happened? It was like, yeah, the Browns. Browns defense.
Yeah, that was a tough start that week.
That's a little lobbing ball.
Ooh.
It might have gone off of somebody.
I think you got it.
It's going to be picked up by Mount Pleasant, and it's going to be Shamar Melton.
Good job by Melton there, fell on top of it. Almost lost the ball there, but hey, 2 minutes, you're your own 35, 36-yard line here. This is very manageable to try to get some points on the board, and let's see what Deuce Addison can do in this 2-minute drill right now.
So Deuce Addison and the Mount Pleasant Kilties have 2 minutes to try to go about 60 yards plus and see if they can put something on the board as they trail 14-0 here against the Tolman Tigers in this quarterfinal game.
It's fast.
That's a run up the middle and good for about 25 on the play.
That's how you start a drive right there.
Is Deuce Addison.
Yeah, about 20-yard scamper for Addison. Quick fees, the leading rusher, like I said earlier, and getting 20 more.
And they're going to move quickly here with the clock running and 1:40 left to go. Addison now pass out in the flat. That one is plucked off of the turf by Geraldo. He's free on the line. Geraldo, touchdown. Kilties, it's 14-6.
Yeah, that's how you answer. 2-play drive, 66 yards, and Deuce Addison. Nice throw in the flat, a little bit low, but Randy Geraldo did the rest. That's 6 for Mount Pleasant right there.
And Addison trying to whip up the Kilties faithful in the stands here at Connolly Stadium. But he didn't even need the 2-minute drive. He took 35 seconds.
Yeah, 35 seconds, man. That was a really impressive series for Mount Pleasant, but great job by Geraldo. Bring out the tackle, tiptoe on the sideline, and making sure you stayed in bounds to put his team on the board.
So it's going to be a 2-point conversion attempt. Fake back by Addison. It's intercepted. And that one will be the negation of the 2-point conversion.
Man, what a read by Hibbert there. I wish, no, that wasn't a dead play because he would have housed that for 2 points, but that was a great read and keeps it an 8-point game, which is really huge.
Yeah, it is a dead play in any level.
Let me get a Mick pick too. Na, 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 na. Man, that's a shame. It's a shame. That was a good read by Hibbert, though. But keeping an 8-point game is really pivotal because, you know, the gap between a 6 and 8-point lead is tremendous, but hasn't over yet. So let's see what Aaron Carrion and company can do here to close out the first half.
As we're watching the replay in the booth here, and Geraldo just toe dancing down the line there.
I just want to get a McChicken after this. You know,
I got some Burger King chicken fries in the fridge from last night.
those go hard. Those go hard with barbecue sauce. We are not sponsored by either of these fast food chains.
We're just talking about things that we like,
Yeah.
things that we're going to do after the
It's
game.
gonna slap afterwards.
That one's going to go down at the 10-yard line. It's going to be caught, and trying to go for it was Osei. He's going to get hauled down at the 30. That's a run back of 20, though, on the play.
Flag.
And there is a flag at the 37-yard line. That's an interesting spot because Osei went down at the 30. So it can't really be a block in the back. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Tolman.
Yeah, some things may have been said after the play was over, and That's big for Tolman. Now, your chances of trying to particularly the ball on the field here from the 30 to the 15, that's a really big difference.
So with a minute 20 left to go here in the first half, and the Tigers up 14-6 after the Mount Pleasant Kilty struck one back on the Geraldo run from the pass play in the flat, will be a 1st and 10 from the 15. And there is a huge play as Nunez gets blown up in the backfield. And we'll stop him for only a gain of 2 and a minute left to go here in the half.
Yeah, I don't expect to see anything fancy from Tolman. You're backed up inside your own 20-yard line, a minute left. I mean, they're probably just going to run the clock out and be mostly content with an 8-point halftime lead is my guess.
The carry-in works this one with Nunez in the backfield.
Yeah. But, they love, I'm going to tell you one thing. Tolman loves the shotgun formation. I remember last week about Hope. They ran victory formation in the shotgun, and it's pretty funny. You'll have to see it, honestly.
And that is going to knock. Or did they call a timeout? Somebody called a timeout.
I don't even know who has any more left. So they're wasting all the timeouts.
Well, yeah. They were wasting all the timeouts. I didn't think anybody had a timeout left.
Hey,
I thought they were just running the play clock off because
that surely has to be the final one. So
that confused everybody up in the booth.
Yeah,
that confused our producer. Confused us. We were thinking like we were just sitting around running off the. We were just running off the time.
Yeah, we thought intermission was coming up. A little bag of Lay's chips from the concession stand. Yeah,
so Aaron Carrion, in all of that being said, just kneels the ball, which will run the timeout on the clock. So we're going to take this one to halftime anyway.
They love the shotgun. They would never kneel under center. I love it. I love the personality from Tolman.
So 14-6 Tolman over the Mount Pleasant Kilties as we've reached the half. A good game so far, one that has obviously had a bunch of interesting turnovers associated to it, but has also had a few strong offensive plays as we've seen a tiptoe run on the sideline from Geraldo and a interesting run right up the middle from Elijah Osei. And that's actually should say 14-6. We'll get that fixed for you. But it is 14-6 at the half as you're watching Rhode Island High School football on Fans Only Sports Network.
gets taken down on the play, no call made. Pops out to the blue line. Picked up here by Giuliano. Giuliano gets fluttered out of the play. Oh, and a backhanded shot and a score by number 11, Colin Riil.
Working around the end board, now deflecting off the side, that only gets as far as the blue line. Fire back in! Right up into the play. Now again, another shot by Hogan. He fires one, heading off the edge. A big hit down in the corner there between Barrett and a score! Right off the hit. McKenna scores! CJ Leclerc ties it! His shot saved by Schroeder. Wrap around, shot, score! Sure. Hands with the puck for a second, fires it, goes right inside, right in front of his score! On the power play, Josie hits the back star who has lost his stick. In the process, they fire at him! Hang on to your hats, folks. It's 3-2 with 1 second.
And it's picked up again here and fired around by Moretti. The Hendricken offense. Oh, dude! Blue line, Wecken Resta.
He makes the save, and it comes back out for DeSano. DeSano works through, and he has it into the goal. A backcourt Gypsy 2, and
Kenzie McKenzie fires one on save by Carr. 24 seconds remaining in the man advantage. 5-10 remaining in the blue. There's a shot and a score. Short-handed by Ollie. Lynch sets back. Pass complete to Fernandez, and he's going to pick up about 6. He gets through 2 defenders. Coming out is White, and he is first to the ball. Hamish regains right at the top of the circle. In, clicks off, and a goal. That pass play intercepted. And it's going to be taken all the way to the house.
Switching sides. Good communication there to have Asadi hit that one. And finally a mistake.
Here's a run up the middle, barreling hard and into the end zone. Touchdown. Goes. Spacey's going to cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Pompey in motion. Right up the gut is Brooks, and he will find the end zone.
Falcons. No, another shot on goal. Right over the top. Lynch sets back. Pass complete to Fernandez, and he's going to pick up about 6. He gets through 2 defenders. Coming out is White, and he is first to the ball. Hamish regains right at the top of the circle. In, clicks off, and a goal. That pass play intercepted. And it's going to be taken all the way to the house.
Switching sides. Good communication there to have Asadi hit that one. And finally a mistake.
Here's a run up the middle, barreling hard and into the end zone. Touchdown. Goes. Spacey's going to cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in?
Pompey in motion. Right up the gut is Brooks, and he will find the end zone.
Falcons. No, another shot on goal.
Let's get to know my boy real quick. He's a fellow Ram.
We welcome you back to Connolly Stadium here in blustery Providence, Rhode Island.
Love the adverb once again, Matt. Great to be back in the second half.
The third quarter about to get underway. 14 points on the board for the Tolman Tigers, 6 on the points on the board for the Mount Pleasant Kilties. And unlike whose line is it anyway, the points do matter in this game as somebody is looking to advance to the semifinals match alongside Tim Duffy. 5 turnovers in the first half. We do get the 20 points on the board. See what we come out with here in the second half as we get a kickoff, and it's a little pooch kick, and it goes to the up man and then getting hauled down at the 47-yard line is Randy Geraldo.
Another one of those cheeky little pooch kicks, setting them up shop with some good field position. And Mount Pleasant, explosive last drive, 2-play drive to end the first half. They have the momentum right now and try and tie it up. Just around midfield. This is very ideal for the Kilties right now.
An all-star crew in the house this evening.
All-star crew, you're right.
An all-star crew in the house this evening with Adam Hastings and Jack Ogilvie, our producer this evening. And here getting blown up in the backfield. He might wear number 11, but Julian Edelman, he is not. Goes down Jeremiah Ketter.
Julian Edelman name drop. Missed some as a Pat, but Ketter, it will end around there and fooled nobody. Tolman swallows him up for a loss of about 5 right there.
Though we've seen Ketter blow up for a couple of 20-yard runs in the first half, we'll see if he can battle one out. He's going to need to if he wants to get his Kilties team back level in this game. They trail 14-6. Addison, that play has all kinds of trouble. Deuce Addison just throwing one away, incomplete.
Good job by Deuce right there, getting rid of the ball and throwing it away. I mean, we saw him backpedal a lot earlier in the first half, but he didn't throw it away a couple times in the first half, but smart decision there. The pocket collapsing a lot. And, third and long now. Good start for Tolman to be on defense to begin the second half.
3rd and 15. Just 52 seconds gone by in this third quarter. Central beat East Providence earlier today. St. Ray's absolutely destroying Moses Brown. And it is the Tolman Tigers putting a stomp on this game so far, as they're going to get a 4th down forced here on the stop of Geraldo. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to cut you off first, but excellent job right there by Elijah Osei, stimming out the screenplay. And, we've seen a lot of screenplays around Feisty football go for, some big chunk plays, but nothing there, and great tackle. It's up 4th and 16.
A punt play here. And that one's blocked. And it's going to take a little bit of a Kilties roll. They've got to be careful here. And it's going to go spiraling at the 49-yard line and be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Just another low punt by Deuce Hassan. Really had no chance right there. Hit in the back of his man's helmet. I mean, if Tolman scores on this possession, that'll be his second time where 2 really bad punts by Deuce Hassan would set him up, in scoring position. And it's really tough to have your quarterback punting the ball, and just really, it's 2 really bad ones so far in this one.
Okay. 1st and 10 here for the Kilties. Sorry, for the Tigers. That's Osei to midfield. He'll get to the 49 on the opposite side. Picks up about 2 on the play. It's going to set a 2nd and 8. Double dose of playoff soccer on the girls' side. Tomorrow it'll be a noon matchup as the Pilgrim Patriots open up their playoff set, and then a 6 p.m. game at Cranston High School West as the Falcons take on the North Kingstown Skippers.
Good run right there by Osei.
Osei through the middle to the 45.
Excuse me, Nunez, my bad. No, I think it was Osei.
It was Osei. It was Nunez
Yeah.
who was backing him up, giving him a hole there to be able to run to get to the 45. Sets up a manageable 3rd down and 4.
This is an excellent job of churning the legs and fighting for each and every yard he can get. Looking like Damian Harris out here.
Double backfield. We have a T formation. Carrying hard snap count here. Now gets it. And a miscommunication, ball goes free. And Carrion drops down right on top of it. He's going to lose a yard on the play. It's going to set up a 4th and 5.
Hey, Matt, that might be the hardest snap count we've seen all day in both these games. You hear the go right all the way from here, but like you said, miscommunication, not clear on the handoff right there, and slip a punt. I'm surprised they're going to punt the ball here, for how aggressive Tolman can be on offense. With the lead down, you kind of want to pin back Mount Pleasant and realize not anything on offense. So good call to punt this one.
And a flag gets thrown, and they're counting too many men on the field. It is too many men on the field on Mount Pleasant, and it's going to be a 1st down.
Just a mental error by Mount Pleasant. That is, probably the worst penalty in football. I mean, just to give up, it's so preventable having 12 men on the field, just poor substitutions. And it bites him. On a 4th down, too. That's a huge momentum swing.
A 4th and 5, a 5-yard penalty creates a 1st down for the Tigers, and they continue on. Osei to the outside. Gets about 3 on that play, and it's going to set up 2nd and 7.
Playing with the lead once again. They're just going to keep feeding Osei the ball. And Aaron Carrion, last week saw him throw at least 20 times in that one, but, doing his job tonight. Probably only about 5 to 7 pass attempts so far as the touchdown pass to LaShawn Hibbert there in the 1st quarter. And, excellent game plan coming in this one for Tolman. I mean, they're just really executing on all parts of the field right now. Split backfield once again.
2nd and 7. Big pass play, trying to go for the little drop, and that one's tapped away.
Well, that's the same play that we saw last week against Mount Hope. Down the left sideline for LaShawn Hibbert, but excellent defensive back play. I think that was one of the Geraldos knocking that one away, but pretty sure it was Randy on the outside. What a play by Randy Geraldo to get his hand in there and to avoid a touchdown.
3rd and 7 coming up here with 7:08 left to go in the 3rd.
It was David Rodriguez. Pardon. Who had the pick earlier too. He's played a really good game.
Carrion with that triangle set to the right. To Osei. Osei continues to be the escape artist here. He's got the 1st down.
Just cannot bring him down. And Deuce Aston tried tackling Osei a little bit high there, and Osei said nope. Slips away, picks up the 1st down, and just another tremendous play by Elijah Osei breaking a tackle. He's done that a lot today and moving the chains once again.
From 3rd and 7, a 10-yard pickup by Osei. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And the clock continues to tick, and so too does the Tigers' offense. Nunez. It's a good pickup of about 4 on the play as he's spun down just shy of the 30-yard line. My apologies, actually, just shy of the 25-yard line. He's going to get it to the 24.
Getting Nunez back involved. I like it. You can't be too predictable if you're Tolman with the lead. Obviously, Elijah Osei's going to get a lot of these touches, but mix it up a little bit. I like that play call. Like the personnel right now for Tolman.
Hard count again from Carrion. Osei again inside to the red zone this time. It's good enough for another Tigers first down as he picks up 6 on the play.
Yeah, you see that. Brady have another tackle once again. Wrapped him up high, try to get him around the helmet there, and Osei just stuck it underneath it. A nice tackle by Deuce Aston there, again low at the knees to prevent possibly another touchdown run by Elijah Osei.
Tigers looking to try to put a stamp on this game. They lead 14-6 in the waning stages here of the third quarter. We thank you for tuning in this evening on Fans Only Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Second Time Around Sports, Manny Sports, and RREliteRecruits.com. Carrion. Backfield for Nunez. Going outside. He's going to be wrapped up and hauled down at about the 13-yard line, and it's going to be a second down and about 6.
Nice tackle by Riil there, but that's the difference between Nunez and Osei. I mean, there was a hole there. Nunez had it, but burst to the outside, and you can see Carrion throw up the arms, thinking that was 6 right there, but did not go through the right hole. And nice tackle by Israel Geraldo there to avoid the touchdown.
Osei in the backfield as Carrion brings the Tigers to the line with 4.5 left to go and a 2nd and 6. Osei through the middle, and then he is hauled down at about the 10-yard line. Picks up about 4 on the play, and it's going to set a manageable 3rd and 4.
Tolman doing an excellent job just possessing the ball. They've run the ball all but one play on this drive, except for that deep heave to LaShawn Hibbert. And 5-minute drive with a lead in the third quarter, that's huge. See if they can punch it in now. That's the biggest part, about 3rd and about 3.
We cross the 4-minute mark. A push from the backfield, still going, and finally down at the 4-yard line once again is Osei.
He is so much fun to watch. Short yardage, 3rd and 3. He's going to limp off the field right now, actually. Saw him limp off earlier in the game, but he is so much fun to watch. He's always turning the legs, 3rd and short yardage. It's almost a given giving him the ball at this part of the field.
So they're going to bring Jaden Nunez back in. We've seen him switch out the first time around when Osei went down. And hopefully that's just a cramp situation.
Flag
and a illegal substitution.
Something like that. Osei checks back in now, bless you, Matt.
And Osei does check back in, so it looks like a cramp was the cause of that.
Yeah, just to get a little bit loose right there. He's going to be all right.
I don't know football timing rules either. Carrion. Osei. Outside in space and bouncing forward to the 2-yard line is Osei.
That's a great tackle there by Geraldo there to avoid the touchdown. He's had a lot of those in this game, and it's kind of good for Tolman though. They're just wasting more time. They're still set up shop inside the 5-yard line, and really in no rush. They just dominated this quarter, and that was really their game plan coming into it with the lead to begin the half.
Osei in the backfield here. Carrion to Osei through the middle, and he is hauled down. Gains maybe a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down.
I mean, let's see what they do here. They can do a lot. We saw a little screenplay to Osei in the 2-point conversion earlier. QB draw with carry on the touchdown. This is one of those teams where you really never truly know what they're going to do at this point in the field because they have so many different weapons they can use, so many different things in their playbook to their advantage. And let's see. Empty set. I bet you $1 to QB draw.
Trips wide right. Carrying to the backfield. This is the same play that we saw on the first touchdown. Carrying right there, touchdown.
Give me my money, Matt.
Tony Romo right here.
Well, I've already seen 3 of their games this year. And Eric Carrion, like I said earlier, big, trunky quarterback, almost like a fullback, right there. And, he's unstoppable at that part of the field. Can't bring him down.
It is 20-6.
The visiting crowd getting a little Tolman chant. They're excited here tonight.
The Tolman Tigers are putting a stamp on the Mount Pleasant Kilties, on the Kilties home field of all things, as that one will go rolling wide and incomplete and will bring us to the end of that point after attempt.
What a perfect drive by Tolman. Took off the majority of this quarter with that possession. Finishing off with 6. No red zone fumbles that time for the Tigers. And 14-point lead on the road with just over 13 minutes to play. I mean, Tolman's looking comfy right now, but the defense has to set up for at least the next couple of possessions if they want to really win this game.
A brand new partnership arrives on Fans Only Sports Network this weekend as Bryant University Bulldogs Athletics comes to Fans Only Sports Network as the Bryant University men's rugby team takes on the Stonehill Skyhawks tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. in a playoff game. And Bryant University hockey makes its home debut from the Rhode Island Sports Center on Sunday as they take on Sacred Heart University. Puck drop at 2:50 p.m. For more information, go to Fans Only Sports. That's fansonlysportz.com for information on how you can purchase streaming passes for Bryant University Bulldogs Athletics right here on Fans Only Sports Network.
See the false start there on the kickoff. Great ad read by the way, Matt. Great that we're getting Bryant Athletics. This can be huge for the company.
3 colleges now a part of the Fans Only Sports Network profile with University of Rhode Island ice hockey and a few URI things coming in the spring that we haven't announced yet. Those are going to come up pretty soon. Providence College athletics part of our portfolio here, and then now adding in Bryant University to it as well. And what we're doing is bringing all of the sports that are part of the club sports program, but that do not have varsity levels to them at the universities onto live streaming like the rest of the varsity portfolio is. So that's why with Bryant, we're bringing men's and women's rugby. We're bringing on the ice hockey team. We're bringing on the lacrosse club teams, even though the varsity lacrosse teams at Bryant are pretty, phenomenal and famous for what they do in the NE10 conference. The club teams in the NCLA have hit championship level. They're in their own right and need to be seen. And that's what we're doing with Providence College and with Bryant and also with URI as well.
For sure. And I have had the chance to become friends with most of the URI men's hockey team. Great, fun group of dudes to say the least. And
we've had a blast at Boss Ice Arena calling a lot of those games.
Yeah.
There's Araldo on the end around. And wow. He just got rung up at the 45.
Michael Shea, I mean, if there's a definition of a hit stick, there it is right there. Good job on Ronaldo holding on that football, but Shea, we thought of a huge sack earlier, huge sack for us earlier, and that might be his best play of the game right there. Sticked him.
There are not too many times as broadcasters you will ever hear us react to a play like we just did, but that one was something else.
Especially in Rhode Island,
Yeah, you don't see that happen in high school football, period, unless maybe you're in Texas or Georgia or California or Louisiana. That was a roller, and here is a dead ball.
False start.
And a false start on the Mount Pleasant Kilties. We'll stop the clock and set them back with 20 seconds, and it'll be a 2nd and 10. University of Rhode Island ice hockey returns next weekend. They're on the road this week at Syracuse. They'll be back here next weekend, the Friday the 12th and Saturday the 13th, as they take on the United States Naval Academy for 2.
Ooh.
Ball out. Hauling one down the field and a little over the reach of Geraldo was the throw from Deuce Addison. And it will take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The Tolman Tigers putting a stamp on this game. They lead 20-6 over the Mount Pleasant Kilties with final 12 coming up. You're watching Rhode Island High School football on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White.
They haven't really done
As
a
we
lot.
come back for the fourth quarter of action, 1st and 10 right here at midfield. 3rd and 10 at midfield. And that one is caught and hauled all the way back. Ball goes out of play, and Tolman's trying to say interception. Mount Pleasant is just saying incomplete.
Give him some
All
forward
sorts
progress.
of things. They're going to give him forward progress on it. It's going to be 4th and 6.
All right, 54. Let's start celebrating Trill. It's still a football game, baby. Get a stop here, and then you can get a little bit hyped.
I vaguely remember a Super Bowl that was 28-3
Yeah.
with about 2 minutes left in the third.
Oh, I don't remember that
And
one, dude.
All of a sudden, we're talking about overtime. So,
Yeah, I can't say that game rings a bell. Sorry, Matt.
Stop here. Addison out to the side, and that's
Sure.
a first down right at the line is Geraldo.
It's a little bit generous spot, but I think that's enough to move the chains. So, good job by Aston finding his man Geraldo on the out route and keeping this game alive, because that was the biggest play of the game for the Kilties.
So we'll see what they can do here offensively as they stop the clock very quickly, as they'll set the chains, and with 10:50 left to go here in regulation. Kilties need a touchdown, and then will need to probably, depending on time-wise it takes them on this drive, think about possibly an onside kick. Addison in all sorts of trouble here. Big man chasing him. He's got the referee in his way. Deuce Addison just went 40 yards the wrong direction, and then somehow makes the completion.
Okay.
And then here we go to the opposite side. It's a first down for Geraldo.
Might be a block in the back on
Where in the world did that all of a sudden happen?
great job by Aston. They're going to get a lot of
There's
this.
2 flags down on the field now.
They're going to get a lot of this yardage, but Kevin Frangel, I believe, at the end of the play, blocked in the back, and that's what they're signaling on the Tolman bench.
And that's Osei, who's in serious pain.
Yeah, Osei's down too.
And now he's back up, finally. But that's going to be on Tolman.
That's on Frangel, the number 24.
And it's going to take them all the way back to the 39-yard line. So they're going to get first down, but it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 39 instead.
Yeah, it wipes out the other 10 yards they got. I mean, with that type of penalty, it's where the block was. That's where the 10 yards was. And back to the 39 sets, chance to be almost in the red zone now. Pretty much back to where you were before. That's a big chunk of yardage. But fresh set of downs, that's all you can be happy about if you're a Kilty right now.
The noise level has increased inside of Connolly Stadium as the Tolman faithful willing their team. Addison goes out again to Geraldo, and he gets taken down, and it's going to be second down and about 3. Geraldo picks up 7 on the play.
These Geraldo boys, very good job in the flat, getting open, picking up positive yardage. So, like you said, that makes it second and 3, and everything matters. But they got to move a little bit faster if they want to. They need a touchdown to stop another touchdown. So they're 9 minutes to go, and they're taking their time in the huddle.
We need a touchdown, a Sean Payton onside special, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm making things up on the fly.
There's no the Who at halftime, though. I believe that's who. I believe that's who performed Super Bowl 44.
Timeout called by Mount Pleasant.
That was actually the first Super Bowl I ever watched, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I was. I think I was 9 years old.
I'm not sure that I can, off the top of my head, remember what Super Bowl number it would have
44.
been. No. I'm talking about when I first the first Super Bowl I watched.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not entirely sure I can remember what number it was, but it would have been one of the Niners. It either would have been one of the. Actually, it might have even been before that. It might have been the Washington Redskins with Doug Williams.
Ooh, chill. Right? Can't say that word. No, I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, they were the Washington Redskins then, and they're going to be, forever.
Yeah, they will be kind of forever. Super Bowl 22, that was.
Yeah, that may very well have been one of the first ones that I remember.
That was a landmark Super Bowl. Doug Williams, first black quarterback, beating the Broncos in Qualcomm Stadium.
My dad will say it was the 85 Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Bears, but I don't really remember that one that very well.
Yeah. I was non-existent.
Deuce Addison doing all sorts of things.
He lost the ball.
Lost the ball. It's still in bounds. It's a Tolman ball. If it fumbled out of bounds, it's Mount Pleasant ball.
That's a huge break right there. Addison was getting a little bit fancy there, dancing around, and didn't take good care of the football. Luckily, that went out of bounds.
Yeah,
inside the 10-yard line.
Fumbled out of bounds at the 11-yard line, so it's going to be Mount Pleasant ball, 1st and 10.
I think that's a flawed rule. Fumbling out of bounds in this offense just keeps the ball. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it is.
To the outside, Geraldo trying to go for the pylon. He reaches. Touchdown!
We got a ball game here.
It is 20-12 with 8:20 left to go as Geraldo has just put a touchdown on the board, reaching it right to the pylon and hitting it.
Yeah, that was interesting, play by the Tolman defense. I think they were kind of slowing down the play. Really, no one was trying to even get after Geraldo. That was a weird look for Tolman, but makes it a one-score game.
There is a flag on the field, and it's going to negate all of it.
I don't know how he didn't see that. They're all the way back at the 20-yard line.
And that's going to put them at the 20-yard line.
Must have been a hold against Mount Pleasant right there. And you hear the Tolman chants once again, this crowd.
Timeout called by the Tigers with 8:20 on the clock, and that flag really just imploded what had been a huge momentum swing by the Kilties.
Yeah, the Mount Pleasant needed that one really bad, and that's the best. This drive has been the best spurt of offense we've seen from the Kilties here in the second half, and just more undisciplined play. I mean, we've seen a lot of flags in this game, a lot by Mount Pleasant. This is a team with a 5-3 record. This is not the team we've seen this season. They're averaging, 21 points a game on the year, only 6 tonight against a Tolman team that has struggled defensively a lot throughout a lot of the season. And, that was a chance to really get back in it with, 8 minutes to go, make it a one-score game. This game is still alive as it is, but that was the chance.
Still in the red zone from the 20-yard line with 8:20 left to go, and Deuce Addison and the Kilties offense has some work to do. Addison holding pocket protection this time, hauling one down in the middle. A little nifty catch there from the number 3 of Israel Geraldo. We've called his brother so many times today, we forgot that he comes in every once in a while for a play.
Yeah, Israel Geraldo is a good player. He leads his team in touchdown receptions with 7 on the season, but nothing tonight for him.
Quick no-huddle offense and trying to grab one there before he went to the turf. I think he got it. He did. It's going to be Israel Geraldo again. Or actually, it was the number 4 of David Rodriguez.
That was a spectacular catch. And that was a close one, and somehow he made it. That's what the ref said. I'll take his word for it.
The ref came in immediately. Well, it was the umpire that came in immediately right there and said it was a good catch. Kilties on the no-huddle offense again, passing to the corner, looking for a flag, none there. So an incomplete pass from Addison, and it's 4th down.
Great job by Devery Monteiro defending the fade, staying in front of the receiver right there, just keeping his hands off him. Nice clean play, and it's a 4th and 8 now. And obviously, 4 out in territory. Need to convert here.
A big 4th down coming up here with 7:18 left to go in regulation. Kilties needing 2 scores.
This is the game right here, pretty much. Barring a takeaway.
Addison rolling back again, throwing one in a fade, and it's caught out of bounds.
Oh, that was a lot closer than I think it looked. But David Rodriguez could not get both, or at least one of his feet in bounds. A double coverage, tried to get rid of it. Good throw by Addison, but that play was doomed from the get-go.
So a turnover on downs sends the ball back to the Tolman Tigers. First and 10 from the
False start.
8. False start, and that'll set them back. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Or actually, they'll go half the distance to the goal line, as they're inside of the 10.
So about like 4.1.
So that'll set them from about the 5-yard line.
Dare I say 1/3 of a dozen?
There it is. There it is.
We haven't dropped in a while. I had to let them know it was good.
Got the donut reference in.
Yeah, and a donut right now. I'm taking half for Mount Pleasant. 0 points. As Osei is going to scamper his way for about 6.
Elijah Osei clearly well over the century mark in yards on the game. As I feel like we're starting to have a bit of a Fans Only Sports Network party here as Nick Carlson has joined the broadcast booth.
We're having a huge party at the historic Conley Stadium press box.
President and CEO Ron Robert in the house tonight. Nick Carlson, fresh off calling the Mount Pleasant, this is where I am right now, the Mount Hope versus Cranston High School West boys soccer game in the RIIL playoffs. Playoffs all around the Ocean State this evening in boys soccer, in girls soccer, in football, and bringing as much of that to you as we can here on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll have girls soccer playoff action for you tomorrow. We kick off coverage from Pilgrim High School in Warwick, Rhode Island at noon, right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Blown up in the backfield and dropped at the 5-yard line. Nowhere to go there for the Tigers. They tried to go on a little trick play.
Yeah, that was a picture perfect definition of miscommunication. He had no idea where he was going to try to hand the ball off to, carry on, and get swallowed up for another 3-yard loss. So 3rd and 13 now. Sure, they take a long time in the huddle. They don't really need to do anything fancy right here. Just don't turn it over inside your own 10-yard line. It's basically the goal right here for Tolman.
Five and change left to go here. Tolman trying to pull the upset victory and walk their way into the playoffs. Here's Osei to the races once again to the 30 and will bounce out at the 35-yard line. Another 25-yard run by Osei.
Yeah, Osei just 3rd and 13. You give it to him from your own 4-yard line. That's another 30-ish yard carry for him. Like you said, Matt, he might be over the 2-century mark at this point. This kid's a beast, and he's really just showing why he's the biggest playmaker on this team and why he's going to send his team to the next round of the playoffs. There's a flag, though.
Dead ball foul for unsportsmanlike conduct again on Mount Pleasant. And we're used to hearing a lot of chirping on the hockey ice, but there's a lot of chirping happening in this game today, too.
Yeah, if there was a time for the Tolman chat, here it is.
5:04 remaining.
3rd and 13 from your own 5, and just like that, you advance 45 yards down the field. That's a big punch in the gut for Mount Pleasant and what could be the waning moments of their season.
1st and 10 from midfield. Carrion, false start. Or sideline warning. So they'll redo the play. Sideline warning to Mount Pleasant. And it'll be 1st and 10 once again. And then now another flag has been thrown from the backfield.
Yeah, what's that about? Let's see.
And Mount Pleasant not too happy. Unsportsmanlike conduct foul against Mount Pleasant again from the backfield, not even in the course of the play.
They must be saying stuff that we can't hear, obviously from here, but that's 30 free yards right there. That's just undisciplined football. That's just probably a lot of emotion, too. Towards the end of the season, you're down 14. So you gotta take better care of your emotions if you're Mount Pleasant right now. You can't be getting up free yards because this game is not completely over yet. You're getting up free yards. 30 free yards in back-to-back plays. That's terrible.
So Tolman has taken this ball all the way to the 35 on the opposite side of the field, just on penalties alone. It's 1st and 10 from the 35, 4:37 left to go, with the Tigers leading 20-6. And now a word with the referees and the Mount Pleasant coaching staff. Carrion hands that one off, barreling through the middle and picking up 6 on the play. Maybe actually even a little more than that was Osei.
Yeah, probably about 9 right there for Osei. It's probably about his average on tonight. It's pretty incredible.
They're going to give him 8 on the play, and it's going to make a 2nd and 2.
Tolman came in this game, and they did exactly what they had to do in order to win. They just long drives. They didn't make too many mistakes after the first 2 fumbles in that first quarter, or first half, and they've been pretty much flawless since. A little bit of help from the miscues of Mount Pleasant, but they've just been incredible tonight.
3.5 left to go here on a 2nd and 2. Carrion taking all the time he can. He was trying to get them to jump. Maybe they didn't. But Osei still goes through the middle. Osei spinning to the 15 down to the 14. And it's going to be another Tigers first down.
Getting Nunez some reps now to give Osei a little break.
Well, Nunez has been a beast of his own right.
Yeah, I mean, this is really good run game for Tolman, and you know this team is really known. And well, I knew him as a team that would pass the football a lot these last few weeks, but this running attack tonight it's been phenomenal.
Two and change. Carrying through the middle there for a short carry, picks up 3.
Don't gotta do anything too special here.
Now they're just gonna kind of like, you know, steamroll this one a little bit. Carrion's gonna come out.
No.
Oh no, he's not gonna come out. He's just gonna come to the sideline.
Just giving his boy Osei some love, you know what I mean?
Give him a little dap.
It's his boy right there.
Give him a little dap to Elijah Osei.
Elijah Osei's had a phenomenal game. I mean, player of the game without a doubt.
Jaden Nunez is going to come out of the game, though, as Osei comes back in. 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Carrion, Osei, head down to the 12-yard line. 3rd down and 7. Timeout, Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, it's still a 2-score game. Use your timeouts. Want to give your guys, one last drive, especially the seniors. This is probably going to be their last game for Mount Pleasant before Thanksgiving game, which doesn't really matter. But, tough way to lose at home. In the playoffs, if you're Mount Pleasant, it's been an ugly game.
Another flag is on the field at the 14, we'll say the 15-yard line, which is where the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage was. So we're going to see this one was in the backfield of Tolman. Mount Pleasant is walking backwards, which means it's going to be against Mount Pleasant again.
Yeah, and that's first down, I believe.
It's going to put them just short. It's going to make it a 3rd and 2. So a 3rd and 7 to a 3rd and 2. And now a long conversation happening between the Mount Pleasant coach and the referees, as Mount Pleasant has been tagged again for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. This time it creates only a half the distance to the goal line. 4. Is that 4 on this drive?
For penalties? Yeah.
No, 4 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on this drive.
I think it's at least 3. If this is unsportsmanlike conduct, we have the 2 back-to-back. Yeah, I think that's just undisciplined football towards the end of the game for Mount Pleasant. I mean, they're emotional. It's just a lot of these guys' last game that really matters together, and they're really just unraveling these last few minutes in just an ugly fashion.
Mount Pleasant coach having and Deuce Addison has just gotten ejected from the game. Deuce Addison has just gotten ejected from the game.
Yup, that's his second unsportsmanlike.
And another flag is thrown. 3 more.
What is Mount Pleasant saying right now? They're probably going to call this game.
Mount Pleasant may have. This game's over. I think.
Call it.
The game's over. That's it. Mount Pleasant has ejected themselves completely from this game.
I don't know what was going on, but Deuce Addison, also second unsportsmanlike conduct on the drive. That's an ejection. And it looks like this game is over.
Deuce Addison got ejected. The Mount Pleasant head coach got ejected. And that's it.
That's it, baby.
The Tolman Tigers have won the game 20-6. They'll head to the semifinals.
I mean, they're dancing in midfield. I don't know if we got a word from the officials yet, but this looks over.
Well, the officials are walking off the field. The officials are walking towards center field. Now one of these side judges is telling him to go back on the sideline. Mount Pleasant players are just all over the place.
Yeah,
and the officials are starting to walk.
They need to call this game right now, you know.
The officials have walked back towards center field, and Deuce Addison has come back out on the field and is standing at midfield yelling across the line. He's been ejected. He can't be on the field right now. Even
you gotta have to feel. I mean, he did not play a great game tonight. Really.
The referees have picked up their bags and walking off of the field. And yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. They're going to call this game. What a wild finish. The Tolman Tigers are going to go to 4-5-1. They are going to go to the semifinals of the state playoffs.
Yeah, what a terrible way to end the season for Mount Pleasant.
And with 1:44 left to go in the fourth, after at least 3 or 4 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on this drive, there was a fourth unsportsmanlike conduct penalty flag thrown. Deuce Addison started mouthing off to the referees. He got himself ejected. The Mount Pleasant head coach came out, had words with the referees. He got ejected. 2 more unsportsmanlike conduct penalties flags were thrown, making a total of about 6 or 7. And then the referees ejected the entire Mount Pleasant team from the game, including the coaches, and therefore called the game. And we have a 20-6 final. Have you ever seen anything like this ever in your life?
No, I haven't. But Nick LeBlanc last week was telling me he was at the Smithfield game, and a similar thing happened towards the end of that game against Pono. They ended the game with about 5 minutes left because there was a lot of unsportsmanlike conducts. But I really hope this serves as a lesson to Deuce Addison, the rest of his team. I mean, you're down 26 in the playoffs. This team played better than you all night. Just stay humble. Why are you talking out to the ref? You're down 26. You're not doing anything to move your team on the field. A donut for Mount Pleasant in the second half. You know, you just got to stay humble, man, and suffer a lot of these young kids to understand that. Not in a condescending way, but, evidently, 5 unsportsmanlike conducts on a one drive. That has to be up there in the record books with any level of football. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. But Tolman deserved to win this game. They came out here, won, and evidently they are excellent trash talkers because a lot of these guys are going to go home in tears probably for Mount Pleasant.
The Tolman
great chirpers, man.
The Tolman Tigers have lined up at center field. Mount Pleasant still being talked to by the coaching staff on the opposite side. They are waiting to go through the traditional handshake line in terms of a playoff game. And you see where this game landed. That 142 on the scoreboard is correct. This game was called with
Tolman's
that
lined up,
being the play. Yeah, and Tolman is lined up. Mount Pleasant is still being spoken to.
Maybe they're just interested in shaking their hands. I don't really know.
On the side of the field, as you,
there you
see a picture of the scoreboard there, showing you what we're showing on our game scoreboard. And now, finally, Deuce Addison and the Mount Pleasant Kilties come across the center of the field. And there will be fives and hugs from a few players, and the Mount...
You don't want to shake anyone else's hands.
The Mount Pleasant players started walking through the line, and then after a few players kind of walked away. Interesting situation there.
We don't really know what happened, but Deuce Addison's still talking, man. He's still talking, dude. It's tough for us to really say that what he's doing is indefensible. Maybe someone called him some name or something, but
this has got to be. This is the most bizarre ending I've ever seen to a football game. I mean, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Coach told Deuce to get out of there. Oh man. He's still talking.
Well, that's going to do it for us. We're going to wrap this one before it goes into who knows what of a situation. But they're going to send, Tolman is going to take their way to the left side of the field. Mount Pleasant is going to take their way to the right side of the field as coaches and officials from teams in the RIIL break everybody up and try to prevent any fisticuffs from occurring. You don't want to see that at the end of a playoff game. A 20-6 final. The Tolman Tigers are off to the state semifinals, and we'll wrap it up here from legendary Connolly Stadium. For Adam Hastings, Jack Ogilvy, Tim Duffy, I'm Matt Gillis. Thank you so much for tuning into this presentation of Rhode Island High School football on Fans Only Sports Network. Copyright 2021, all rights reserved. Any reuse or rebroadcast of this game without the express written consent of Fans Only Sports Network is prohibited. We will see you next weekend for the Rhode Island High School football state semifinals. Until then, have a good night.